Okay, hello my beautiful Sagittarius. Welcome to your April 2021 reading. I am of course Rachel Stebbins Navy, aka Villagio Strega, here to give you the messages there, Sagittarius and cross watchers. Keep in mind this is a general reading, will not resonate for everyone. So keep what does and leave the rest. We're going to do a Celtic cross style. Here I'm going to get out the first 6 cards, review that, and then we'll do the final 4 and see what the bottom 5 cards have to say, as well as clarify with 3 more from the Tarot Familiar deck by Lisa Parker. I'll then be pulling an animal spirit card for you and a goddess card to see what else Spirit would like you to know. And Sagittarius, cards are talking. My goodness. They're talking fast. So there's some stuff to say here for y'all. Let's say so. And guys, if you want more information about myself, my crafting services, my shamanic counsel, all that's either linked in the description below or the about section of my channel. Or if you just want a more personal, in-depth reading here about a challenge situation in your life that you need more guidance on, clarity on, all that good stuff, just hit me up. You can message me, you can email me. Again, all that information's either linked below or the about section of my channel. So, Sagittarius, something's coming to an end. Got 10 of Swords out. It's over. It's done. It's finished. No more drama. No more backstabbing. No more wondering, worrying, any of that stuff. The fight is over. All you can do now is pick up the pieces and move on, move forward. This is the end of one thing, so that way a new beginning can occur. No more drama. What is challenging for you, though, is finding that stability, finding that groundedness. This is the Queen of Pentacles, and she has a lot of wisdom to share. She has a lot of nurturing, a lot of abundance. There's a practical nature to her as much as there is a grounded one as well. She's not a woman of a lot of words, but when she speaks her truth, and she speaks with a lot of wisdom. But again, very nurturing. It may be time to go out into nature for a while, reconnect, and believe in your abundance. As one thing is ending, again, another thing is beginning. And this is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy you could be dealing with that particular circumstance. But that's your challenge. Bringing about the abundance, being practical, being grounded, being stable, being nurturing, as this subject matter is coming to an end. What your goals or your destiny is, beautiful. You got the 9 of Pentacles. 9 of Pentacles is someone who is self-reliant, very independent, in their own way. They're self-made, right? This is a self-made man, self-made individual. Why? Because they worked hard to get where they are, and they're to a point or their goal is to be to a point where not only are they stable, secure in their environment, they are nurtured, they live a life of abundance, and every once in a while they can treat themselves to a little something extra. As it were. Again, they typically surround themselves in the natural world. They like pets, or they tend to be pet friendly or creature friendly, and love to surround themselves with plants. Living energy is very, very nurturing, and that's what this card is all about, with that living energy and that self-reliance. That's the goal. That is a very clear goal too, with this Queen of Pentacles energy as well. 2 of Wands is where you've been. You're looking at, okay, what is attainable versus what are my resources? What is it I am planning for, and what is it I control within my domain? If this was a relationship, though, this would signify no union, Sagittarius. This is not someone who is coupled up. This is more like, okay, where do I want to go? What do I have at my as a resource here, and what is it that I seek to move forward on or attain? It's definitely this card's energy for the distant past. More recently, you had the wish fulfillment card of 9 of Cups. That's someone who's emotionally satisfied to the point where they can ask for more. They're a little indulgent, as it were, especially when it comes to love. They can be a little bit lusty at times. but they're satisfied. There's no wanting. It's simply like, okay, I'm content where I'm at, but I know if I wanted more, if I wanted to advance further emotionally, I could. So, but this is recent past. You may be coming out of something here where it's transitioning. In other words, you don't stay in this spot forever here as it is. But good for you, Sagittarius, if you were there. What's in your near future? Take it to the bank, right? You may be trying to save up for a more solid foundation in the future. Some of you may be sitting on your money, and wondering when you're going to be able to secure a stable home, safety, security again. Sometimes this is the card of greed and miserliness, though, so you want to be careful because what can happen is if you're sitting on those coins, see, he even has his feet on them. He's like, nobody's getting my money. If you're sitting on those coins, the universe is like, okay, well, you got all this money, so we don't need to help you out. So there is still a little bit of give and take with this. You have to spend some money in order for the universe to send you more, because then you are in need of it. But also this can signify someone who is not going with the flow. You want to be careful, Sagittarius, that while you may think it's with the best of intentions that you save, don't forget to lighten up now and then as well, to enjoy life and see where that leads you to. Maybe, a little 10, 20, 30, 50 even, that you spend to enjoy yourself and to sustain you will bring about enough of an uplift that whatever it is you're seeking, the stable and secure foundation that you're seeking, or saving for the future rather, will come in better and easier for you because you are going with the flow of life, because you are enjoying life more. Let's see what your attitude is about this coming to an end and grounded energy. Ooh, got the Tower. Okay. Let's see. External influences. From the Sagittariuses, please. I've got the Knight of Wands. Okay. Inner emotions. Inner emotions with Two of Pentacles and overall energy. And then we'll look at the 5 cards at the bottom of the deck when the reading's done. Yeah, Three of Pentacles. I had a feeling that one was going to show up. We got the Lover's card at the bottom. Okay. Well, this is your attitude. It's crisis point, right? There's a profound decision that needs to be made, Sagittarius. And unfortunately, just when you think things are stable and secure and you've mastered something, that's when the divine steps in to shake your ass up a little bit to get you moving in a new direction. It's like, not quite yet. You still have work to do, or I need you here instead. And this is the propulsion, or the tipping point, as it were, where that happens. It's a little bit uncomfortable, right? And Sagittarius has certainly seen their share of discomfort over the past few months. But this is, again, that moment where, okay, it may be a little uncomfortable for a moment, but it's meant to put you on the right path and where you're really supposed to be. Now, that's not to say that these little moments of reprieve where you're at or where you've been are not the right moments. Life is a journey, right? Life is about experience. So if it happens again, it's just because something better is coming your way. Now, your external environment. Yeah, something's happening fast. This moment might likely happen fast, or this moment even is likely going to happen fast in the month of April. Why? Because I have this Knight of Wands out. He is the fastest knight in the deck. He goes after what he wants so vigorously that he can stampede on you. He can trample over you in the process. He's get on board with my program or get the hell out of my way kind of energy. And Sagittarius, this is more of who you're dealing with in your environment, not so much you. So, or it's taking action on something fast. Like, don't overthink it. That volcano is exploding in the background. You know the problem. You know the problem is there already. You know that some action has to be taken already. So this is your moment in the month of April. This is where you take that action. And or someone else is going to take it for you and demand it of you. What's your inner emotions about? Well, it's about keeping a balance. It's about recognizing, okay, I've got all this emotional choppy seas going on in the background here. What do I do with it? And how do I keep my work and my finance in check? How do I keep them in balance? How do I create harmony in my life with all this going on, right? On the outside or the inside, maybe, some of you are like, I'm an emotional wreck over things. But you know in your heart of hearts, and because you're a Sagittarius, that you got to stay focused on your money and your how you spend your time. Keep in mind, though, there may be an opportunity that's better for you than another. When you're trying to, recycle this energy and place your energy in places. Remember, there's an infinity symbol here, an endless symbol here. Like, this is always going to be a factor in your life. So at some point, you do have to deal with this emotional stuff going on here in the background, Sagittarius. It's not always this will not function ever until you deal with what's going on here at some point. What else is going on? Well, your overall energy, your overall outcome, and why you're seeing this, like a lot of these pentacles here for that self-reliance, that Queen of Pentacles, grounded in practical nature to her, nurturing going on, is because at some point you're going to recognize here in the month of April that it takes teamwork, that there's some sort of collaborative effort that needs to be made, that you yourself may transition from one employment situation to maybe like a more managerial one, a more delegating one, something along those lines where you learn something new from a master. This is learning a new skill, trade, or craft as much as it is refining a skill and working collaboratively. So if you want more money, there's going to be some new element that you're going to gain, whether it's college education, whether, again, it's an apprenticeship, some sort of teamwork involved where you yourself are learning something more so that way you can have more finance in your life. Bottom of the deck. Could be dealing with a Gemini. You got the Lover's card energy out. Lover's card is also synonymous with choice. This is a major decision that you make. It may be pertaining to a loved one. It may be pertaining to a twin flame, soulmate connection. But you're going to have to make a decision regardless. And again, maybe the season of Gemini, which is coming up here, end of April, May, I believe. Aries. We're going Aries. We're going Taurus, and then Gemini. So June, May, June kind of time frame. And then you have Six of Swords. Some of you may be relocating. You may be relocating with some emotional baggage still, though. And this recuperation, or it could be vacation, this recuperation of either for travel or for relocation, you're going to need some help along the way. These swords eventually will fall when you're truly ready to let go of them. So don't forget to enjoy yourself. Like I said before, like that doesn't come in until you go with the flow of things. Got the Hermit card. Again, I get a feeling that this little vacation or this time away is going to allow you time to reflect with this Virgo energy here of the Hermit card. That's going in and finding your inner light, tapping into your inner wisdom. It is finding yourself, yes, what it is that makes you shine from within, as well as how do you take your special uniqueness, what is truly authentic to yourself, and how do you serve others with that energy. Lots of rest and recuperation is apparently necessary in the month of April for some of you Sagittarius, is because we have the other recuperation card. This is, okay, let go of those worries, let go of those doubts. We see that as well here with letting go with the flow. Like I said, there's going to be a tower moment at some point, especially when it comes to your attitude about it all. And within that Tower moment, you're going to need some help, right? You're going to have to make this major decision. You're going to have to dig deep, and you can't dig deep unless you're taking that time to go inward, unless you're resting and recovering. And again, you're going to need some help perhaps from others. And boy, does it kick it off right here, because you got the Hanged Man energy as well. That's Neptune. That's your spiritual awakening, Sagittarius. This is when this totally happens when this happens, right? When the Tower card comes in, we see the Hanged Man energy. In fact, I think they follow suit pretty much, not far from each other on the scale of the hero's journey. But this is that spiritual awakening where your hands are tied. There's nothing more you can do. That's why you give your worries away. That's why you rest and you let others guide and help you and protect you, especially your angels along the way. And it's that moment of pause, so that way you can have a change of perception. You can have that moment of illumination that brings your life into more balance, that brings you to your higher purpose, that sets you forth on the path you're really supposed to be on, because you're really tapped into who you are authentically in your inner self. How does your light shine? Well, you may need to move away from a current situation or environment, Sagittarius, even if it's just temporary, right? This is that change, right? This is where you are like, okay, I just need to go rest somewhere else, right? I need to be somewhere else so I can clear my head, clear my thoughts, really dig deep on what it is I want for myself, my life, and making those changes to get there. In the back of your mind, though, you're like, okay, still, I got to keep it all in balance. So is this a paid vacation? Is this moving to a new job, a new destination? Perhaps where the job's lined up before the living situation is? Is this the living situation and then the new employment? You know, it's one of those deals where you're going to have to make that decision, but you need some time to rest, recover, and think about things first, because you want that self-reliance. Let's see. Clarify two, please. Give me 3 cards. Yeah, that's right. 3 cards to clarify. Reading for my Sagittarius. Okay. Now I'm seeing it. Yeah. Whew. Okay. Sagittarius, many of you are coming out of this thing is ending. This drama is ending in your life. And I feel like for many of you, it's been like a long time coming. Like there's been a few years that it's been like slowly ending. Why? Because you have this 5 of Cups energy. 5 of Cups is the card of grief and sorrow, right? If you Sagittariuses have found like, I want to take this action, I want to move forward, and there's these moments of like, yay, that was great, but it doesn't last forever. And it seems to be more struggle than it is stability. Groundedness and stability and abundance. It's because this thing you're letting go of, this pain you're letting go of, has just taken so long. Again, 5 of Cups energy is when you're so focused on what's lost, the grief and the sorrow of what's lost, that you can't see what's remaining still, or you're struggling to see what's remaining still and how to proceed with what you still have. So there's a sense of hopelessness is what it is. And what was crossing? Yeah, you want that stability. There's a sense of hopelessness, but it's not really a hopeless situation. It's more of a situation where it's just time to really resolve the underlying emotional stuff, so that way you can have all this, right? So that way you can have that solid foundation, that maturity, that wisdom, that solid, secure foundation, stability, growth, nurturing, abundance, self-reliance that you're really desiring. But you got to work out some of this emotional stuff. So you've got the Queen of Cups energy here in your clarification too. Queen of Cups is often, first off, she's very intuitive, maybe even psychic in her own right. But her biggest attribute is her compassionate listening. So this could represent, you know, an older feminine energy, perhaps. Doesn't have to be feminine, but true, it really feels like it is for many of you, to me, on the collective, where she is able to just sit, listen to you talk it all out, give you some feedback, nurture you and your decisions along the way. This could be an aunt, this could be a friend, this could be a grandmother kind of energy, even a therapist, Sagittarius. And some of you, like, it really may mean going in on the couch, so to speak, even if it's virtually, just to have that moment for feedback, for not just simply venting, here's my woes me, and not making any changes, but to really seek the counsel, the wisdom and the counsel, in order to set the goals, in order to resolve some of the emotional baggage and conflict. Remember, I said it's a rest and recovery time, and I think, yeah, that Four of Swords was out too. Four of Swords is also sometimes known as the therapy card, because this individual kind of resting, laying down all those thoughts, laying down all those ideas and emotions, drama, as it were. They may be like, sometimes it's represents like the therapist's couch. That's why it's recuperation and rest. She too has an element of, let me share my wisdom with you. Let me offer you counsel, as it were. And it is an owl in this deck too. So you know that's somebody who sees in the darkness. They see through all the dark times. They see past the bullshit too. You also have the Eight of Swords energy out, Sagittarius. Now, Eight of Swords is someone who feels stuck. They're like, I just don't know how I'm going to get out of this situation. I can't see the way out. I must be stuck. Their stuckness is their own. Again, the Hanged Man's coming in for you. There's going to be a moment, Hangman and the Tower, right? So you know there's going to come a moment where you saw it coming perhaps, but you weren't quite sure. That's why this action needs to be taken, right? And again, a profound decision. This is all leading up to, right? You're going to have to deal with this emotional stuff, Sagittarius. You're going to have to get out of your stuck mentality. And if you're not going to do it on your own, if you're not going to take those steps towards healing, and healing's a big word, especially when we see these cards' energy. This is also healing. If you're not going to do it, then the divine's going to step in and do it for you. It's going to be like mandated. And while some of you may think like, okay, I'll just wait for that to happen, it's better to have the warning about it and make the effort yourself rather than waiting for the universe to do it. Because when the universe does it, you really don't have a say in where it goes from there. It's kind of like you just take what you can get and then work with that again. And I got a feeling many of you are like stuck again in this mentality of, because I'm still grieving, or I'm going through this emotionally, I'm just gonna take what I get, right? And it's gonna keep repeating this pattern, Sagittarius, for you. If you keep taking what you can get, it's time to seek counsel with it. It's time to look at what are your other options? What are your other resources? Thinking out of the box. And yes, it is definitely time, perhaps for many of you, to let this go, relocate even, or travel a little bit so that way you can clear your head. Yeah, it may involve letting go of some finance for a moment so that way you can deal with all of this other stuff, right? Get that R&R in, get that counsel in, get that change of scenery in, right? Go with the flow of things, because that's what's going to aid you the most as you make this transition. And that is what is going to help you and guide you into this. And this is what you want. You want stable, secure, grounded, nurturing, abundant, and self-reliant, Sagittarius. Okay, let's see what else Spirit wants you to know. What else is there for my Sagittarius Spirit? What else would you like? Sagittarius on the collective to know. We got 2. We've got the dove, beautiful, and we've got monkey. I haven't seen monkey for a while. Actually, that's how monkey looks. Okay, dove. Dove is sexuality, peace, and divine inspiration. The dove has long been associated with the female sexuality and maternity. Early pagans considered the dove a symbol of the female sex organs in Christian faith, in which the dove is primarily a symbol of divine peace, inspiration, and linked the dove to sexual reproduction. Although Christ was born of a virgin, he was conceived by the Holy Spirit, which is represented by a dove. In Greek mythology, Aphrodite, the goddess of love, was born from an egg nurtured by a dove. So a dove represents spirit, divine energy, divine inspiration. In the painting, the dove is Aphrodite, who is embracing her son Eros, the god of love, and his wife Psyche, who represents growth and integration. Monkey. Monkey sideways. Monkey is about agility, courage, and spirit. The monkey is an ancient deity worshipped by Middle Eastern peoples. In the Hindu Ramayana, I'm not going to say that right, Ramayana, a monkey hero named Hanuman, forget it, helps rescue Sita, the god Vishnu's queen, who had been abducted by a demon. Hanuman, there we go, Hanuman was made invincible by the Brahma, the grandfather and creator, and possesses the skill and agility to leap across the heavens. He leads a monkey army against the demon and rescues Sita, for which he is granted everlasting life. This painting of a monkey recalls the power of Hanuman and his domain over the heavens. Again, courage, agility, and spirit. We got 2 spirit energies. Divine inspiration, sexuality, and peace, and of course, Holy Spirit's presence. Okay, let's see what the goddess deck has to say. Spirits, what else would you like Sagittarius to know? Okay, I'm taking that one. Oof, I'm taking them all. Okay. We're going to start with focused intentions, Sagittarius. Focused intentions. Keep your unwavering thoughts, feelings, and actions focused on your target, and you will make your mark. That is this, right? Keeping it imbalanced, but as well as dealing with that healing of the emotion. Honor the cycles of your body, energy levels, and emotions. There it is. Right? That's dealing with that as how you're going to make your mark, too. And sorceress, you are a magical person who can manifest your clear intentions into reality. So Sagittarius, as you're manifesting your healing, your growth, your stable and security as you're dealing with things, all those blessings of abundance are going to come your way. All this healing. Spirit's got your back, Sagittarius. Believe that. Stay focused. Don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. And thank you for being here as always. I wish you the best. Blessed be.